Okay, you guys, we're going to go over the review for the quiz. The quiz is on Tuesday. And make sure that you'll have the review turning on Tuesday if I don't check it today. Today is Friday, February the 7th. And this is especially for second period. Okay, let me give you the answers. Problem number 1, it's B. Number 2 is C, and number 3, it's A. Any questions about this 3, guys? No? Can I be C?
Were you supposed to compare on the chapter that we did it, or no?
You'll be checking your answers on the review. Yeah. So I'm just giving you the answers, and I'm going to go over these problems, okay? Now, problem number 4, it's no. Number 4 is no because it has a curve, okay? So it's a polygon, it has only segments, so no, it's not a polygon. Number 5, it is, and it's an octagon because when you count the number of sides, there's 2, 4, 6, and 8. So it's 8-sided figure, it's an octagon. Number 6 is not because of this part right here. It's crossing. So it's intersecting, that is right, so therefore it's not a polygon, okay? It cannot intersect. You can have like 2 squares like that. That's not a polygon because, you know, it's 2 figures, 2 enclosed figures. So no, it's not either, okay? So number 6 is not. Number 7. So for number 7, it's supposed to be irregular and concave.
Miss, why irregular, Miss?
It's irregular because if you look at the sides, they're not all congruent. See, the bottom one is not.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so it's only 4, but the 5th one is not.
Okay.
And also on the concave, it's concave because if you draw a diagonal from these 2 vertices, it's outside. And it's like a little cave, that's right. So it is concave. Number 8 is regular. All congruent sides and all angles are congruent. Convex. If you draw any diagonal, that would be inside, contained inside the polygon.
What do you mean by convex, Miss? What's the...
One more time. The definition of convex is that it's an enclosed figure where diagonals are contained inside the polygon. So all the diagonals, when you draw the diagonals, you're going to have, okay, this one with this one, they're all going to be contained inside.
Okay.
But look at this one. If you go from this vertex to this vertex, that diagonal is going to be outside.
Okay.
So this is concave and this is convex. Concave, convex. Number 9, I'm sorry about that picture that it doesn't, you can't really tell that it's 2 tick marks. So if you thought it was regular because you thought it was just 1 line on each one of these 2 sides, then you were right about that. But it's supposed to have 2 tick marks. So these 2 are congruent, and these over here are congruent to each other. So they're different. 1 tick mark, 2 tick marks, so it's irregular.
Miss, but wouldn't it be irregular anyways just by the angle?
By the angles, that's right. That's another thing that I was going to mention. Since the angles are not all congruent, it's also an irregular. Yes. And it's convex because any diagonal, when you connect the vertices, they're contained are in the inside. So it's convex.
So not all regular are going to be convex.
Not all regular would be convex, right? So you could have combination.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the next one, number 10. In problem number 10, you have to look at the word hexagon. So hexagon, it means 6-sided figure. And it says each interior angle. So this is a hexagon, and it has different measurements on the angles. And on the quiz, you have something like this also. You have to find out what's the sum of all these angles together first. How do we do that? With the formula. N minus 2 times 180. N is the number of sides. It's a hexagon, so it's 6. Minus 2 is 4 times 180, it's 720. So you get the 720 and you let that be equal, and then you add the angles here. 5 plus 5 is 10 plus 5 is 15. And then 5 more, it's 20, and 4 is 24. So it's 24A equals 720. Then you divide both sides by 24, and that gives you that A is equal to 30. Then you just go back to each one of the angles and you substitute the 30 for the A. So it's 2 times 30 is 60, and measurement of angle A is 60. B, F, and D is 5 times 30, which is 150. And then angle E is 3 times 30, which is 90. And it's 4 times 30, which is 120 for C. And that's it for number 10. Any questions about 10? So far, so good? Okay. Now, number 11, it says find the value of the n, and it's a pentagon. Now, on the quiz, I think it's like a quadrilateral, okay? I think it's like a quadrilateral. What you do, it's in any polygon, the sum of the outside angles is equals to what? 360. Doesn't matter which polygon you have. This is a pentagon. So you add the angles outside, and I'm sorry about this, but this end right here, you can't really tell what that is on the copy. It's supposed to be one n. Okay? One n. I know, I thought it was 7 too. So it's not 7, it's 1 n. So if it's 1, I'm sorry about that. You add all the n's, so it's 5, plus 4 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 5 is 15n. So it's 15n equals 360 because all the angles should be 360. Divide both sides by 15, so n is 24. And that's the answer. Okay. Number 12. Problem number 12, it says the measure of 4 angles. So here they're giving you 4 angles. And this is the sum of the 4 angles, 355. They want you to find the measurement of the 5th angle because it's a pentagon. Well, first of all, you need to know how many degrees you have in a pentagon, the sum of all of them. You do that with the n minus 2 times 180. Every time you want to, they ask you for the sum, use n minus 2 times 180.
When you want to find the sum of inside, you do that, and whatever you get, that's with the sum of all angles inside? Inside
of the polygon.
Oh, okay.
And then
yes.
whenever you want to find the sum of the angles, it's n minus 2 times 180 divided by 2, right?
When you want to find one angle, you get, right, that formula divided by the n, the number of sides. Because it's the number of angles that you have.
By 2, it's divided by n.
By n.
But that's by each angle.
Each angle. If it's a regular polygon. Yes.
So 540 is the measure of all total angles inside the pentagon, right?
That is right. Because it's 5 minus 2 is 3 times 180 is 540. So it's 540 equals 355 plus the 5th angle. Okay, so you subtract 355 and you get that the 5th angle is 185. And that's it, okay? Now for number 13, it says the measure of 4 angles in a quadrilateral. So here we don't know what's the sum of all of them, of the 4 angles. Well, the formula again, n minus 2 times 180, that gives you 2 times 180, which is 360. So the sum of all the angles in the quadrilateral is 360. And the sum of all these x's, it's 30x. So you divide both sides by 30, so x is equal to 12. And now here it says, what's the measurement of the largest angle? So go with the term that has the greatest coefficient, which is the 9. That would be the biggest angle. 9 times 12, and that is 108. So that was the answer for 13. Any questions?
360?
360 is the sum of all the angles in a quadrilateral. So you use the formula again, n minus 2 times 180.
So it can be 4 minus 2 and then 2
4
minus
minus 2, which is 2, times 180 is
You add up all the x's, right?
360. And you add all the x's, yes. That is 30x, yes.
Okay.
Good questions, guys. Keep on asking, please, because this, they might need it. Okay, so let's move on to the next page. Yes.
I was, because I wasn't here, I was putting away my lunchbox.
Okay.
Because I did.
Okay. Remind me, please, to do that. Yes. Okay. Number 14 is C. 15 is D. 16 is A. 15 is D. 16 is A. Okay. Now, this one is the one that you were asking me. Okay. So then, if you want just one interior angle, okay, what's the formula? The formula would be, let me write that down. N minus 2 times 180 divided by n. And that would be the formula for one interior angle. So the formula, when you use that formula, it's n, it's a 45th gon, which is 45 sides. 45 minus 2 is 43, times 180 gives you 7,740, divided by the number of angles or sides is 45, and that, when you put it into the calculator, it's 172. Yes. Now, for number 15, it's each exterior angle. So the formula for that, for the exterior angle, would be 360 divided by the number of sides. Okay, so in this case, it's 10 sides, so it's 360 divided by 10, and that gives you the 36.
That's what I had problem yesterday with Miss. Like, I didn't know how to do it. And I was just like, oh, let me just divide 360 by 10, and it gave me 37.
And you got it, yes. And that's it. That's it, yes. Number 16. Number 16 is A, and that's based on the properties that you learned, section 6.2. It's congruent, what is it? Opposite sides are congruent, right? So here it was letter A. XW congruent to YZ, and XY is congruent to WZ. So it's letter A. Number 17. There's a property that proves that opposite angles are congruent, right? Both pairs of opposite angles are congruent. So therefore, if they want, it says find the measurement of the angle, and notice that here the angle is Z. That's where you go, to that vertex where there's a Z, and that's the angle that they want. And here you know that these two angles are congruent. So therefore, the one that has an X, there's three angles that have an X. See, this one, no. Is this one, and this one. But just follow the order. W, X, and Y. So it has to be D. Okay?
Is this how the test is going to be?
On the test, it's not as long as this. I think it's just like 2 pages. And it's in one problem, I'm asking you several questions. So one problem is breakdown where it's...
How many questions going to be involved?
It's 20 questions. 20 questions. This is a quiz.
Oh,
The test...
So we're taking a quiz on Tuesday?
This is a quiz.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a quiz. Yeah. Test is not until the end of the week when I cover, or the following week when I cover section 6.4, 6.5, and 6.6. So more than likely it would be until next Tuesday or so. Okay? Now, number 18. The answer is B. Yes, opposite angles are congruent.
Yes, I put D, miss. I don't know why.
D, two opposite sides are both parallel and congruent. But this one, you don't have the opposite sides given as congruent. So its opposite angles are congruent. So it's B. Okay, next. Number 19, it's 114. And it's 114 because if the angle D, they're saying that is 66, it's opposite to angle B, and that's what, let me see. This is 66. These two are 66. But consecutive angles are supplementary. So C and D should add up to 180.
Yeah.
So just subtract 66 from 180, and that gives you the 114, which is C and A. Okay? Number 20, the answer is 115. Because, again, here, A is supposed to be opposite to C, so they're supposed to be congruent. So it's the same, 115. Number 21, the answer is 139. Because they're saying that measurement of angle D is 41, well, C is supposed to be the supplement of that angle. So it's 180 minus 41, which is 139. Number 22, this is the one that some of you were telling me that you had trouble with this problem. So number 22, first of all, please put a 3 in front of the X, where it says NM is X minus 9.
It was a 3, miss?
It's supposed to be 3X minus 9.
You have put just X.
Yes, because then it doesn't really work. No. Right.
I got Y as negative 13.
Yeah, so it's negative, and there's no side that is negative. There you go. So that's why we're making this to be 3X minus 9, okay? But you were right.
Oh, that's so weird.
It's when you leave it like that, you have a negative segment.
Those went 3Y?
3Y? Yeah, but it's supposed to be 3Y. Just put a 3 in front of the X, where it says NM equals X minus 9. It's supposed to be 3X minus 9.
But not 3Y?
No, 3X. And this is why it's supposed to be 3X. First thing you need to do is let the two sides that have the same variable equal to each other. So you're going to put 5X minus 5 equals 4X plus 4. When you solve for X here, subtract 4X, that is 1X. Add 5, that is 9. Did you get X equals 9?
Yeah.
Okay, then when you get X equals 9, plug it into X. So it's 3 times 9 is 27.
Oh, you plugged it into
Is that like, oh,
Oh,
I didn't do
get
that.
you.
That makes so much more sense.
It's 27.
And minus 9 is 18.
2y.
So it's 2y minus 5 equals 18. Then add 5.
Wait, where'd you get 18 from?
Because 27 minus 9,
Oh.
that's 18, right?
3 times 9 is 20.
3 times 9 is
And
27.
then plus 5, I mean?
Then you add 5 is 23.
23.
Divided by 2, it's 11.5. And that would be the answer. Okay?
Oh, okay, I was like, I was saying like, I thought I did it wrong, miss, because
No, but
I thought it was supposed to be 3y minus.
y, no, it's an x. All you do is just get the x value, plug it in. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Number 23, it's about diagonals bisect each other. So all you have to do is let 4y minus 7, this one, equals y plus 14. You find the y, you come back, and you plug it in. Well, they just want the y value, right? So it's just this. And then the same thing with the x's. For x minus 2, that piece is congruent to this piece. Equals to x plus 28. Let them equal to each other. So it's 10. Any questions on 23?
No.
So far, so good. Number 24. Here, they're saying that Pn, which is, let's see, Pn is equal to 9.
I thought we had to subtract 4 from 9. I had trouble on this one.
Okay.
Wait, 9,
It was easy, I just had to do it carefully. That's all.
Yeah. Pn is a whole segment. That is 9. AO is 4. And they want you to find AM. Well, diagonals bisect each other. So we don't really need this 9. That was like extra information. All you need to know is that if this is 4, the other segment is the same. So AM is 4. Because it's just from here to here. So it's 4. Yeah.
Hungry.
It's just that. I know. You don't have to know, but okay. Number 25. The answer is x equals 5. How do we do that? We just let the two sides equal to each other. Okay, so on the picture, if there's nothing given, like here, they're saying NM is x plus 15 and OL is 3x plus 5. Put it on the picture so you can see what to do with those two. So you let them equal to each other. You combine the x's is 2x, subtract 5 is 10. Divided by 2 is 5. Then once you know x is equal to 5, just plug it in. 20 and 20, and that's it. Number 26. In 26, you know that opposite angles are congruent. So first thing you need to do is let those two angles equal to each other. 5x minus 28 equals 3x minus 10. Subtract 3x is 2x. Add 28 is 18. Divide by 2, it's 9. Then once you have the x equals 9, you plug it in into one of the angles. So it's 5 times 9 is 45. Minus 28 is 17. So angle 2 is 17, okay? This is 17 degrees. So angle 3 would be the supplement of that angle.
180 minus 17.
That's it, 180 minus 17, and that would be 163. Yes. Number 27, here you can do it different ways, okay? If you add 29 plus 102, that is 131, subtract from 180, that gives you the measurement of angle Y, which is 49. Okay, so add them up, subtract from 180, that's Y. Now X, well, since these two sides are parallel, these two angles by alternate interior angles, they're congruent. And by opposite angles, Z, it's the same as the one opposite.
Supposed to be 29, 29?
29 plus 102, subtract from 180, gives you the Y.
Because since they're on the same side, they don't measure the same.
That's right. This is parallel to this side, so by alternate interior angles, these two are the same. We don't have these to be congruent to say that these two are the same. It's not an isosceles. Yeah, good point though. So any other question about number 27?
Wait, you got 49 from Miss. You got 29 and 49.
Okay, because 29 plus 102 is 131. And then subtract that from 180 gives you the angle Y.
And the value for X, oh, it's 29.
By alternate interior angles is 29. Because the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180. That's right. Yes. Now number 28, it says find the measurement of the angle KJM. KJM is opposite to angle L. And they're saying angle KLO, it's 68. Angle MLO, it's 61. So then just add them up, right? Yeah. So you add 61 plus 68, 129. And that is a measurement of the opposite angle, which is this one also, because they're congruent. And number 29, this one, if you put yes because opposite angles are congruent or consecutive angles are supplementary, see, this one will still be okay, okay? But the one, see, if we just cover for second period that we just covered all the way to 6.2, the answer to you guys is this one, consecutive angles are supplementary. But pre-AP, that we cover section 6.3, there's a special theorem that says one angle is supplementary to both of its consecutive angles. So this is the reason that pre-AP would be able to use, because this angle is consecutive to 139 and 139 over here, and they're supplementary. So that's the answer for number 29. Okay. Please study this review, and good luck on the quiz on Tuesday.